Welcome to the HR Happy Hour work break. You're here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish McFarlane. How are you? Happy
I'm
Monday.
good. Happy Monday. It looks
Happy
like
Halloween, and a day or two late. I forget when Halloween was. It just happened though.
Can I tell you, I wanted to talk to you about Halloween. Did you dress up?
No, I did not.
Did you give out candy?
I also did not.
You did not. I did not give out candy because in our subdivision, there really aren't any little kids. Everyone's
Right.
grown. So, but my question was going to be, but have you gone to buy Halloween candy? So if you go right after Halloween, it's half price.
Wow, that's smart.
I got the peanut butter almond and original Snickers, $2.25 for the whole thing.
Wow, party time. That sounds good.
Thank you,
Yeah.
CVS, for the Halloween candy sales. Although I think you can get them, probably anywhere right now. So.
Yeah. No, sounds good. Yeah, Halloween was kind of a non-event here. I think there were some kids out and about somewhat, but it was kind of a mixed deal around here.
Was it?
Yeah, so I kind of opted out. I don't really know anybody around here, so I didn't really.
Don't give them any candy.
Yeah, I didn't miss that. But I do have a candy adjacent thing I would like to share.
Okay.
At lunchtime-ish today, I took a little break, and for the first time ever in my life, I made chocolate chip cookies. How about that?
Oh, look at those, Steve.
Yeah.
They look really good. Can you hold one up? They look actually.
I can, because I'm going to do a whole. I'm going to do a whole. There we go. Got the milk. Got the cookie.
Oh, how are they?
They're great. I used a very interesting recipe, a tried and true historical recipe.
Toll House?
The one that's printed on the bag of chips is the recipe I used.
That's the one. That's the one, right? I've tried other ones, but Toll House does it right, in my opinion.
Good. I'm not a big drinker of milk anymore, but with the chocolate chip cookie, it's really the only option, I think. Just wanted to show off my cookies.
I just wanted to say, how strange is it? Like, we really don't talk about anything in advance. What we're going to bring. We both bring like food, sweets.
That's really good.
But I tell you what, as soon as this work break's over, this almond one is going to make its way into my mouth because it sounds really good.
And I won't shout you out though, Trish, because you turned me on to the organic milk sometime back because of the longer shelf life.
Lasts a long time.
Because I was always kind of throwing out milk because I'd always buy it for basically just for cereal. I don't ever really drink it. I don't eat cereal all that often either. And it felt like one out of every 3 times I decided to have cereal, the milk I had on hand had gotten spoiled. It was
not good.
6 weeks old or a month old. So the organic milk lasts like months, like 3-4 months at a time. It's awesome.
It really does. And I don't know that people know that. And I don't know how it does that, but the other one too, my son likes the Fairlife, like the lactose-free milk. It also has a much longer shelf life than regular, just, milk from your grocery. So yeah, that's
totally cool. Yeah, I love it.
We do a lot of that. So what else? What else have you been up to? I mean, it's Monday. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was pretty quiet. Like I said, Halloween was quiet here, and I did a fair bit of grilling, which I normally do. I'm not super excited about, like most people. Do you know anybody who likes falling back the time deal that we just did over the weekend? Do you know anybody who likes that? I hate it. You like it? Why do you like it?
I like standard time better. I don't know. And immediately I was able to sleep better. So, every friend
I have dark now. It's 5:30 here in the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's practically dark. This is awful. No, I'm not a fan.
But we have lights. So.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. I don't like getting up in the morning while it's still dark out.
Right.
So I prefer the darkness in the morning to be extended. Right. Nobody's farming anymore. Wasn't this whole deal about farming like 100 years ago?
It was.
Farmers were left in America. About 1% of the population, if that. I'm not knocking farmers.
I think we have a lot of states right now. Illinois is one where I think we have now all officially voted to just stay on whichever it is. I don't know which one it is, but to stay on one time year round. And I did learn that even our governor, even if the House and Senate want that, the governor cannot say that. It has to be the Congress has to, so your state not only has to approve it through both houses, then the Congress has to vote on an exception. So right now, the only states it said were, with the exception, were Hawaii and Arizona. Although I thought Indiana might not switch, but I could be wrong.
You never know what's up with those Indianans. I have an Indiana item, oddly enough. Since you brought up Indiana, I have an item. I read about this over the weekend. Okay. I think you were a fan of his, or maybe you were. The legendary painter Bob Ross, who did that show on PBS. I think it was a PBS show, right? For years and years and years.
He's on Netflix now. All 3 of his shows, I think, are on Netflix.
Painting the happy little trees and the seascapes and the landscapes. So everybody knows who Bob Ross is, right? So over the weekend, Trish, in Muncie, Indiana, the Bob Ross Experience opened. So you can go to, I guess they kind of set up where he used to paint, or his studios were there or something. I didn't kind of read every word of the article, but you can go there and you could sit outside on the yard, and they have a huge screen and paint along with Bob, and you could go to the studio there, and there's a art gallery, a workshop, and it's a whole thing. And like hundreds of Bob Ross fans came in from, all over the place. And because it's still like social distancing and such, like you can't have thousands of people there. They could fit like 100 or so at a time, but it was sold out. So maybe road trip, maybe next summer, Trish, the Bob Ross Experience. Shout out Muncie, Indiana. I've never been to Muncie, Indiana. Don't know anything about it. But now there's a reason to go.
Can I give you a good idea, though? And so it's along those lines. My kids actually, we bought them, when pandemic started, we were looking for things to do. And we bought them canvases just at, the craft store, really inexpensive. And, you could do it on paper, I guess. We actually just put on an old Bob Ross episode on Netflix and try and paint. Sometimes you have the right colors and sometimes you don't. Right. That's okay. It's just the fun. It's the joy of painting. So I think if you can't get to Muncie, Indiana, I would say do it anyway. Like, let's celebrate Bob.
Yeah, just fire it up and fire up a show on Netflix and see if you can paint it, put your own spin on it. I like that idea. And a lot of people do. I mean, I think he's got kind of a legion of fans out there still.
Absolutely. Well, it's really calming. And I think, again, he's good to put on. I do know we've talked before about the Calm app, CALM. And if you're a subscriber to the Calm app, there is a Bob Ross section where you can listen to like old episodes of him talking and fall asleep to that. So
that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, good. Well, my goodness, it sounds like you've had a good weekend, and
since I don't really have anything significant to talk about, I have one more item I thought was interesting.
Okay.
Trisha, are you familiar with the song "Baby Shark"? Right?
I want to hear you sing it.
I don't really know all the words. It's just "Baby Shark," "Mama Shark," "Daddy Shark." Is that the whole song? I've heard it.
I don't know. I don't have babies, but I
think right. So Baby Shark, Trish, recently, maybe even today, the video became the most watched YouTube video of all time.
What?
Over 7 billion views, billion with a B. It passed the prior number one, which was Despacito, which you may know. And all I can say about this is I'm really concerned. There are only about 8.5 billion people in the whole planet. And Baby Shark's been watched on YouTube 7 billion times. When I was reading the article announcing this, they had the embedded video there of Baby Shark, which I had never seen. I'd heard the song before, but I'd never actually seen the video. And so I clicked on it to try to give it a try just to see. I made it through about 42 seconds and I had to bail because it's just so cloyingly annoying. I couldn't make it, but apparently 7 other billion people disagree with me. So Baby Shark, number one video of all time. Apropos of nothing. I didn't really have anything more interesting to talk about. So I'm like, that was interesting to me. So Baby Shark, Bob Ross, and chocolate chip cookies. That was kind of my agenda for a Monday.
I think that's good. That's very good. Well, that's good. Well, we've taken an actual work break. I do want to give one work shout out. Certainly. Actually, maybe 2. So can I give 2? First of all,
I'm just going to sit here and eat cookies.
You eat cookies. Last week was the HR Technology Conference. It was so good. Kudos to you, to the people at LRP. You all planned this event. I was thrilled to have a session with my friend Tom Hammond from Paychex. I can't even tell you, for being virtual, that was the most interaction I've ever had on any kind of virtual event. It was amazing. We had so many people in the chat, and Tom and I were chatting with them live, and I've received so many notes afterwards. Like, it was amazing. So thank you to you.
Thank you. It was a great event. Yeah. Kudos to everybody involved. A ton of hard work, and it came off really well by all accounts.
Yeah, but my next shout out I want to give to everyone to please watch us coming up later this month for Ceridian Insights, and we're sending out the link for that. Registration is free. But you and we're going to have a really, really interactive session as well. So I would encourage people to come, and we'll see if we can sort of replicate that interaction that I was able to get from the HR Tech Conference. It was really good. I've been missing that, and it's just nice to have it back. It may not be exactly, it's not exactly like it is in person, but I feel like over time it's getting better. So
yeah, they are getting much better. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, good. Well, thank you for taking a break with me today. Go enjoy your milk and cookies. I'm going to enjoy a
candy.
Almond, which I've never had the almond one before.
I've never even heard of that flavor. That's interesting.
And peanut butter. I don't know. I normally I'm not a big candy eater, but anyway, I'm going to right after the show. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. As always, please continue to send us ideas, questions, good, funny articles. If you got something weird you want us to talk about on the show, send those over, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.